from Winnipeg.
Welcome home!
Welcome home. Welcome home.
Welcome home, Monty.
Monty. Welcome home.
Welcome home, Monty Hall, the 1983 Humanitarian of the Year, International Chairman of the Variety Clubs, and host of North America's favorite game show, Let's Make a Deal. Tonight, Monty's in for the welcome home of his life.
Going back to find the feeling where your dreaming all began. Going back to touch the memories once again. You let the feelings rise for the love still in those eyes. They're still the sweetest smiles you ever known. To be with them all again, where the welcome's always been. The heart remembers when welcome home.
Hi, I'm Robin Ward, and we're here at Winnipeg's International Airport, where just minutes from now, Monty Hall's plane will touch down. You know, a large part of Monty's life was spent here in Winnipeg. In fact, he was born here. He graduated from St. John's High School and obtained his degree from the University of Manitoba. And Monty started his career right here at a local radio station. Now, we spoke to Monty in California just before he left to begin his welcome home journey.
You know, no matter where I've lived, and I have lived in many cities, I've always considered Winnipeg my home. It'll always be my home. I love the people there. I love the warmth back there. That explains why I would go back there in the middle of January and leave this.
We'd like to remind you that before Monty gets here, he has no idea of what's in store for him over the next few days. He doesn't know, for instance, that these people are here to greet him. And as you can see, there's a great crowd of well-wishers here at the airport. And we've got all the makings of a terrific party. We got balloons, we got signs, we've even got some pretty wild costumes, as you can see. Now, representing Monty's favorite football team, we have the fabulous Bombers Blue Brigade. And here we have the lovely Susan Buchanan, who is Miss Manitoba. Nice to see you, Susan.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be here today.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And in their very first network appearance, the Kildonan East Regional Secondary School Marching Band. Oh, I've just received word that Monty's flight has, in fact, touched down. So right now, let's go live to the aircraft.
Welcome to the Winnipeg International Airport, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome home, Monty Hall.
Monty is now getting off the plane, so let's all quiet down and wait for the signal. My name is Robin Ward, and it's my pleasure to welcome you home to Winnipeg. It's nice to see you. And looking out over this crowd of well-wishers and supporters who've come dressed as they are to help you celebrate your return to Winnipeg in true Let's Make a Deal style. Yeah.
Funny thing, this is what they looked like before I left home.
We knew you'd be thrilled, Monty. And standing by is somebody that is very familiar to you, a person who's going to be sharing the host job of this show, our co-host and making his television debut, your cousin, the Honorable Judge Manly Roosin, coming right up here. Manly?
30 days for being 10 minutes late.
Well, Monty, once again, we welcome you. We're delighted to have you here. And right now, your car is waiting, and Winnipeg is waiting. And if you're ready, let's go. Right now.
Monty Hall's welcome home celebration continues right after this.
We're at Portage in Maine, and Monty thinks he's just doing an interview. However, the mayor has other plans, including a surprise reception and a practical joke involving the police.
That looks like him there. Come over here a minute, sir. Get a look at you. You are Monty Hall?
Still.
You get in the back of the car?
Okay, well, they seem to have come and taken Monty. They're about to take him away. I don't know whether we have an attorney standing by.
If you get a lawyer, I have 2 in the family.
Whereas Monty Hall is one of Winnipeg's best-known favorite sons, and whereas from his early beginnings in the city's north end, Monty has gone on to earn fame and fortune on the show business stage of the world, and whereas Monty has never forgotten his roots and continues to be a willing booster for the city of Winnipeg and generous in his support of local charities, and whereas it is the desire of the city of Winnipeg to publicly recognize this outstanding individual, now, therefore, as mayor of the city of Winnipeg in the province of Manitoba, I do hereby proclaim Monday, January the 21st, as Monty Hall Day.
I'm delighted to be here and to see members of my family here. I kept saying, am I going to be able to see you while I'm in town? They said, gee, we'll try. And they're all here today at this wonderful surprise. I was picked up at the corner of Portage and Main. Now, interestingly enough, they took me to Portage and Main and asked me if I remembered how cold it was. At the moment, they had 2 people nailing me to the ground to keep me from flying away in that wind. And I remembered how cold it was. And then a police car came by, and the guy said, get in. And I swear that I paid that summons back in 1946.
A tour of the old neighborhood reveals a few more surprises for Monty.
Look over to your right there, Monty, and you'll see a little
Oh, yes,
sign.
I see a signboard.
Yes.
Welcome home, Monty Hall. That's nice from all your friends in Winnipeg. Well,
Yeah.
both of them showed up, did they?
They did.
Oh, I can tell you, every street I can tell you a story.
Really?
Because I traveled this city so extensively for my father. We had the butcher shop when I was the delivery boy, so I knew every street in this town. And every street has a memory.
Could we have the radio up just a bit? Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Monty. Just need a radio up. The weather forecast here.
Relative humidity 85%.
This is Boyd Kozak speaking at CKRC in wonderful Winnipeg, and wow, what a morning. It certainly is a special day here in our good city, and one of our very own has come home.
In fact, right now, driving along, listening to his old radio station, CKRC, is Monty Hall. Morning, Monty.
Good morning.
Monty, we know you used to work here at the station, and have we got news for you. While you're out around town taping segments for CTV's Welcome Home, you're also going to drop in here to CKRC.
Oh, that's great.
And you're going to take over the microphone for a little while anyways. So tell that chauffeur of yours to drive on over to CKRC here in the Free Press building, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes as we welcome you home to Winnipeg.
That's nice. That's great. That's it. Yeah. Well, I'm back at the old stomping grounds,
Welcome
right?
home, indeed.
Thank you.
CKRC, I understand, was your first?
It's the first radio station I worked at outside of the CBC where I did drama.
At the studio window is a surprise from Monty's past. Fred McGuinness was the announcer for radio shows which Monty produced at university. They haven't seen each other for 44 years.
I was wondering if Monty remembered a certain radio show done on CKRC back in the 40s. We happen to have a tape of that show. We're going to play it for you right now.
Again, we bring you fun, frolic, and frivolity with the students of the University of Manitoba. This is the third in a series of programs.
Well, just fade that
presented to the
down for
public.
just a minute.
I had forgotten all about that.
Now, Monty, you produced that show, I understand.
I produced it from the control room.
Do you happen to remember the name of the announcer on that show?
I was trying to think of who that was. I was listening to that voice.
Does the name Fred McGuinness ring a bell at all?
Fred McGuinness.
Fred McGuinness?
Fred
The
McGuinness.
dulcet tones of Fred McGuinness?
Yeah, there was also a girl called Mary McGuinness, but we'll talk about her later.
We'll take a look over at the door in our studio here.
Here's
You'll see
Fred
Mr. McGuinness.
How are
Look
you?
who's
My
locked in.
goodness.
Fred McGuinness, get over here. 44 years or not, this is also radio we're working here.
We can't be that old.
Well, I lie about my age. You're on your own.
The Depression hit Winnipeg hard, and Monty's family was often just one step ahead of the rent collector. His father, a butcher, struggled to support his family, but his mother always had time for others in need. For Monty, this old house holds both happy and sad memories of those times.
We moved in with my grandparents when I was 5 or 6 years old. I guess my father wasn't doing too well, so we moved in with this family. My grandfather and grandmother and 7 of my mother's brothers and sisters.
Right.
My dad and myself and 4 great-grandparents.
Do you happen to remember this photo at all?
Oh, boy, do I ever.
Yeah?
Do I ever. I have this at home. I have a copy of this at home, framed.
Now, that is you, and
me.
who would that be?
That'd be my Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. Would that be Uncle Sam?
There's Uncle Sam right there. look at him. The professor.
We used to see me here.
We used to, no, I didn't. We used to call him the professor. You know why?
Stand over here, Sam,
in this picture, you see, he was wearing glasses, and he was the only one who wore glasses. We used to call him the professor. And here's the professor again.
I
have that shot.
one of those.
I have that at home. It's all in a frame.
Could we recreate this shot for the camera? Would you stand on this side, Monty, and Sam, would you stand over here?
He's a little too tall for this. Now get down, Monty.
Get down on that.
Okay.
On your knees.
Next on the tour, a visit to Monty's old high school. The kids have put together a special pep rally to welcome back their most famous graduate. Greeting Monty is the principal of St. John's, Heather Sharman.
Monty, we managed to find your graduating class yearbook.
Oh, that's great.
I also found your report card.
Wait a minute. I wasn't that bad.
Well, perhaps we could talk about your mathematics grades.
And you want to know something? That's not true, because when I went to college, I was the brightest math student at college, and if I didn't do well here, it was because of... Yeah. It was the teacher's fault.
Coming up from Hollywood, Jack Lemmon and Angie Dickinson join Monty's welcome home party.
We know how often Monty has been honored publicly, but you know, his late mother once told him, Monty, you're not a somebody until the whole city of Winnipeg pays tribute to you. Well, Monty's mother would have been really proud because it's all happening, and a lot more. Right now at the mansion of Manitoba's Lieutenant Governor, Monty is being honored at a special Variety Club reception hosted by Her Honor, Pearl McGonigal.
Mila and I are delighted to send our warmest greetings and sincere best wishes to Monty Hall and to welcome him home to Canada. Monty's talents as an entertainer and his dedicated involvement in so many charitable causes can serve as a shining example to us all. On behalf of his fellow Canadians, I would like to thank Monty and to wish him every success in meeting the challenges of the future. Signed, Brian Mulroney. Monty?
The distance from Government House to the Old Garment District is not only a few blocks, but a few years away from Monty, who worked there as a young man. Let's go there now and meet an old co-worker of Monty's that he's not expecting to meet.
Louis Skinner. You worked with a man named Louis Skinner. Yeah.
Hey, Monty, can I sell you a nice shirt? Can you use a nice shirt like this?
Look, I just mentioned your name.
How would you mention my name?
He said you work with some nice people. I said Louis Skinner came popped right out of my mouth.
That's me.
That's terrific.
Monty.
You're not still here, are you?
Yeah, they keep me down in the basement locked up.
No, you're 102 years old. Retire. And Fred Barnes.
Well, Freddie, what wild goose chase did we send you out on? We sent everybody for a bucket of steam or
you send me for a paper stretcher.
A paper. Oh yeah, to get that carton seal, a paper stretcher. I forgot about that.
He says you go over to Kay's over there. See Kay's over there?
Yes.
You go over there and get a. I think it was there's a paper stretcher. The other thing was a left-handed something or other. What was the left?
A left-handed screwdriver.
Or something. A left-handed screwdriver. And I go over there and I say, "Have you got a paper stretcher?" And of course, everybody in the industry
was in on it.
I was the latest hick in town.
Right? Yeah.
And so they sent me from Kay's. They sent me over to Hercules.
All over.
They sent me all over to every one of the shops.
And then the boss says to me, "Where's Monty?" I said, I sent him out for the paper stretcher. He said, why doesn't he bring it? I could have sent him. You mean you don't want to buy this shirt?
Well, if you give it to me wholesale, I may think of it.
I can't do it. Have you got a license?
Listen,
are you in the business or you're an amateur?
I have my license. Don't forget, I worked here. That gives me...
That entitles you to 10%. Less 10. You don't get it free.
Come off the street to get 20% off.
I have a special place in my heart for Winnipeg. I was born there, and Monty and I were married there. Monty, the children and I send all our love. We wish we could be with you, but your success is contagious, I guess. Richard is busy managing his TV station in Oakland. Joanna is opening on Broadway, and Sharon is at university, keeping her grades up, I hope. And you know the 24-hour job I got myself into with my movie project. We know you're going to be gathering at Cousin Aubrey's place, so say hello to everyone for us. We're with you in spirit, love from California, and welcome home, Monty.
I think I'm in the wrong house. I don't know anybody here. My coat, please.
It's good to see you, Heidi. How are you?
Good.
How you said it's going? Going to be a doctor? Joni, you're down in Florida, huh? What is your handicap now? Down to about a 4 or something?
My handicap is getting out of the house.
I know. I'll do the jokes, Jack. You just play golf. I want a kiss in stereo.
We have a special movie, a gala premiere of something I'm sure that people in this home haven't seen for at any time. Let's go in the back room and let's all take a look at this movie. Everybody follow me. Yes.
All right. There's Marilyn. Hi, I'm Marilyn. Yeah. What a hairdo. What a hairdo. That's me. Oh, my God. Ugly now, ugly then. My mother. She's, I'm going home. I'm unhappy here. We're putting on a little playlet. Now, there's a playlet. I am going home. Right. Very good, Mother. She says, I'm going because nobody loves me. Oh, Joanne says, please don't go home. Oh, Lord. Pourquoi is the question. Why are you going home? Richard, now, pleading. It doesn't matter to me. And now I'm pleading with her not to go. Come back. Now comes the cute one. Marilyn saying, go, go. Farewell, and so farewell.
Oh, that was nice.
Sharon Hall makes her appearance. October 1964. Oh, I love it. I haven't seen this film in years.
Like so many of us, I've known and admired Monty Hall for years. I want to tell you, all of the tireless charity work that man does, for the variety clubs in particular, he does out of a genuine concern for people and not for any personal recognition. That's why I was so pleased when he was named Humanitarian of the Year in 1983. But all the awards in the world do not mean more to Monty than his family. And right now, he is about to attend a very special and very private unveiling that's going to bring together his two greatest loves, his charity work and his family.
Monty, I'm sure that when you see a drape like this, you know there's something hidden behind it. And perhaps if you wouldn't mind, if you'd go over here to the left, there's a drawstring, and let's pull that and see what's behind curtain number 1.
Okay.
Pull it all the way back. We've dedicated this room to the memory of your parents, and we've arranged to have these portraits installed here today.
Oh, that's nice,
and
yes.
Again, thank you so much for everything you've done on behalf of Variety.
Yeah, well, it's a pleasure to see their smiling faces up on that wall and associated with children. That was my mother's life's work, too, as you know. And my dad was her great supporter. I cannot tell you how many meals he missed because she was on the road talking somewhere.
Is that right?
But he never complained about it. And so the two of them share this together. That's very nice.
We're here at Monty's alma mater, the University of Manitoba, and we're standing right now in the Umzu Pub, where, as you can see, many, many students have turned out to see Monty here today. Now, hiding in the back hallway, we have a special surprise guest whom we've flown in from California. He's Dr. Don McKenzie. Now, the thing is, Monty and Don have not seen each other in over 40 years.
I knew Monty about 40 years ago. As a matter of fact, we were all friends in the at University of Manitoba here. In fact, we were all chemistry majors in those days. 3 or 4 of us used to chum around together. It'd be very interesting to see if he really recognizes me or not. And I'm certainly looking forward to seeing him again.
Oh, a great crowd today here. Now, I don't want to embarrass Monty, but he did have one of the most distinguished careers here at the University of Manitoba. He was, in fact, class president. He was a straight-A student. He wrote radio shows, reviews, plays, appeared in them, produced them. He was active in campus politics. He was in the Boosters Club, and on and on and on. An incredible student here. In every sense of the word, a big man on campus. The kind of guy that when I was at university really got on your nerves, Monty, I'm telling you right here. But I'd like to bring Monty up here right now, so let's welcome him up to our stage here. Monty, if you would be so kind. Now, Monty did practically everything at university that it was possible to do, and he did everything superbly, but there's one ambition that was not fulfilled at the University of Manitoba, and that was Monty desperately wanted to play on the football team.
I was not big enough to play football. Right. I played soccer, I played baseball, I played basketball, I played tennis, I played golf, I played...
Everything but football. But to make up for it, we have everything but football. We're going to make up for it here today. We have a special presentation. And to make this presentation on this very auspicious occasion, we have got somebody in, flown somebody in from California, who Monty has not seen in over 40 years. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Don McKenzie. Come on out here. Right here.
I haven't seen this guy since we graduated together. First, I can't talk. I just can't talk. Is this incredible? Holy mackerel, the one man in my life that I never saw again. I've seen every guy I corresponded with, anybody in that room, you know, the 5 of us in room 7 downstairs. I've seen them all through my... I wondered what happened to you. Are you alive? I'm alive. Well, this is fantastic. Absolute. Last time I saw you, you were going to an atomic energy plant in Chalk River or something like that, right? That's right. Holy moly, isn't that something? You know, you see these shows where they bring guys out of your life? You've just seen one. This is like a ghost appearing before me. Oh, pardon me for a minute. Oh.
To Winnipeg, Monty Hall is a favorite son in the truest sense. Like proud parents, the people who know Monty watch his moves and boast about his accomplishments. And for his part, well, Monty treats Winnipeg as a family, always there for warmth and support. A place where Monty Hall can always come home. Good night from Winnipeg.
While in Winnipeg, the cast and crew of Welcome Home stayed at the historic Fort Garry Inn. Robin Ward's wardrobe provided by Beatty's of Toronto.
I have one thing to add. 2 years ago in Israel, Justice Friedman borrowed $5 from me, and I find him in the audience today, and I want my $5 back. Wait a minute, take it all back. I just asked him, where do you live now? He says, Woodland Hills, California. I live Beverly Hills, California. He lives no more than about 14 miles away from me, hasn't called me in 40 years, and I say to hell with him. Wait a minute, that aisle is SSAL.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what SSAL is? Short sleeve ankle length. I still feel the same way as I did when I lived here, and I suppose I will for the rest of my life. And coming back like this to be greeted by you all in this matter fills me with a lot of warmth, and I thank you so very, 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 very much.